Hey everybody, Pete from Rebel Health here. I'm at my local Whole Foods where I do most of my shopping on a regular basis. And I was here yesterday and it was kind of pandemonium. So I came back this morning because I noticed a real glaring irony. Yesterday I spoke about, what compromises our immune system and what doesn't, and how our best defense against disease is our own healthy body. And that a lot of the foods we're eating in a lifestyle and stress and antibiotics and all the things I mentioned that compromise our immune system, making us more vulnerable to viruses and disease, are the real root of the problem. And that if we just, try to make some healthy adjustments, we'll improve and build up our immune system immediately. So as you all know, there's a lot of fear out there right now. There's a lot of fear over the virus, and there's more fear about not being able to get food because of the virus. So now, regardless of what your view is of the coronavirus, maybe you think it's a big deal, maybe you don't, regardless of that, you still have to be concerned, are you going to be able to get food and stuff? Because people are hoarding and they're rushing to supermarkets, and it's reached a level of insanity. But the glaring irony that I see is that people are actually buying the wrong things. They're running and hoarding and buying the things that are actually going to make them more susceptible to not only a virus or any other bad bacteria, but just poor for their health, just degrading their immune system and degrading their physical health. And this has been a theme of ours for years. This is nothing new, and this is nothing new in light of the virus. This is just, the basics of a healthy body, how we nourish it and what we put in it. And so I want to take you around the supermarket a little bit to point out, wow, the stuff that people are buying, it's just the wrong stuff. So let's start here in the meat section. I'm going to turn this around so you can see. So here is a big bin, which is usually full of meat. It's basically empty. So people have, and it's frozen, right? So people are trying to buy as much frozen stuff as they can so that it'll last in case, things get really nutty and it's quarantine. So they've emptied out all of this. Now I'm here in the morning. I'm assuming that they've restocked whatever they could last night. So they're buying a lot of meat, right? A lot of meat. And let's go here. I'm walking over more to the meat section. Here's some more packaged chicken, chicken cutlets and stuff. Boom, pretty much all but wiped out. And you can see, look, people are here getting meat, and they're lined up to get their meats. Again, not something that's going to build up our immune system for sure, especially the way the meat is grown and what it's treated with and what the animals are injected with. This is the eggs. Eggs have, by far, of any food, the most cholesterol, 200 milligrams per egg cholesterol, leading contributor to heart disease, damaging our gut bacteria, deteriorating our health. They've wiped out all of the eggs, basically. Let's go over to milk. Oh, looks like they just put some milk in, but most of the milk section has been gutted. Looks like they just added some here in that one row, but again, most of the milk's gone. Oddly enough, if you have switched to almond milk, like I have, well, there's plenty. There's plenty of that. All right, let's look at a few other aisles. Yeah, people are looking at me like I'm crazy, but what are you gonna do? Let's look. All right, so here we got some good whole grains and stuff. There's one guy loading up on some good oats. Right, not that many people there. Okay, let's go over to our snack section, because if you're gonna be quarantined, you need a lot of potato chips and pretzels, right? So that has been pretty well gutted out. None of this stuff is going to build us up, even if it is from Whole Foods. It's all cooked, it's all processed, it's all nutrient deficient. But look at that. It's almost all gone. Some of these brands. Here's some more chips emptied out. It looks like they restocked some peanut butter. And now we're into the crackers and all that kind of stuff. And that is... Again, this is just more indicative of the level of panic that's out there. And I got to get food. Am I going to run out of food? But a lot of this stuff isn't even healthy. It's not building us up. Here's some health. Look, here we got some healthy lentils. This stuff is really good. And there's plenty of that left. So no worries there. Some good rices if you want to grab some rices. Plenty. Some good spices. Plenty of that. I think we're buying the wrong stuff. We're just buying the stuff that... Oh, I got to show you the toilet paper section because that's freaking hilarious. Here's some alternative milks that have been bought up. And here's all our disinfectants, cleaning materials. and toilet paper and napkins and stuff. And this has like really been gutted. Temporarily unavailable. So this has really all but been wiped out, unless you want to use diapers, to wipe your ass. That's an option, I guess. All right, let's go over to the frozen food section quick. Frozen pizzas. All right, frozen pizzas. Got to have your frozen pizzas. Gonzo. Almost nothing, except for those quirky cauliflower crust ones. Ew. You can get some of those. I want to show you something really interesting. So I make a lot of smoothies, and funny enough, I drink smoothies almost daily. The ingredients that I use for my smoothies, there's plenty of them. I've got all my organic berries here, my berry blend. I've got blackberries, I've got blueberries, I've got mango if I want. So I already loaded up on that stuff yesterday, just in case this really does get way out of hand. There's plenty of that here for me too. And again, these are the foods that are going to build me up, not tear me down. All right, let's finish it off with the grand finale. And what I find most ironic about this whole supermarket excursion between yesterday and today is the produce section, right? We're in Whole Foods, and it's overflowing with all of the healthy food that we need to build up our body and make it strong. Here we've got potatoes, we've got onions, we've got asparagus, tomato. I mean, look at this. Look at all the bananas. Bananas are incredibly healthy. Like, look at all this stuff. This is the stuff that's gonna, like, this is what we were meant to eat. There's no more symbiotic relationship in life than the relationship between humans and plants. I mean, humans breathe out CO2. Plants breathe them in and produce oxygen that we need to live. I mean, look at all these beautiful colors, the water content, the nutrient density, the fiber. I mean, there is no shortage of this stuff. Like, you can get as much of this as you want. And again, this is what's going to build us up. I mean, is this not nature's way of advertising what we should be eating? Vibrant colors. I mean, it's nature's way of advertising. This is what we should be eating. And there's plenty of it. And there's not that many people in this section. You know, you saw the meat section, you saw the dairy section. All right, so I'm probably overdoing it, which I tend to do. You know, what can I say? But look, this is the irony. We're going to buy food, like, we're not buying the right food. We're buying the food that's tearing us down. We're buying the food that's making us vulnerable to any disease. And not just this virus, it's just all the chronic disease. So my point today is, if you're going to run out and get some food and hoard some food, get some frozen fruit, get some bananas, get some vegetables. This is the stuff that's going to build us up. The more raw, the better. Remember, high water content, nutrient density, high fiber. It's going to clean out the body from the inside out. It's going to build up our guts immediately, our immune system. The body is incredibly strong. It will bounce back quickly. We just have to get out of the way, feed it properly, not feed it too much, and just feed it the right kind of stuff. So the good news is, yes, the supermarkets are pandemonium, but the stuff that we really want to be eating, there's plenty of it. So, all right, have a good one, guys. Bye.